Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. A very slow morning, it seems like. A very, very slow morning. Yes, I'm pushing all of them back probably because getting Anakin to camp, not very reasonable. Let's see what's going on in this game. Well, stalemate. Oh no, not stalemate. Not stalemate. C'est la vie. Wow, today we will be doing a highlight instructional with Magnus Carlsen versus Lukash. Kasparov called it, by the way. Absolutely called it. Magnus played b4, and the valuations bar actually jumped up in Magnus's favor. But Kasparov instantly disliked this move with Carlsen's advantage. He should not have played for such a position. And instead, as it turns out, he was, of course, correct. As Kasparov usually is, he's very correct. Good morning, Ron. Namaste. How are you, bud? Let's move these things around, these windows. I've got so many windows open right now. It's amazing that my stream is even doing what it is. Archer, looking at a new router. At the moment, I'm using an Archer AX6000 next generation Wi-Fi router. And I saw an ad at my local Walmart, in theory, got an ad for the Archer 6100. But it was the BE 6100, unfortunately. Let's see what the price is on the Archer 6000. $159 American. Now they have the Wi-Fi 7 for $299. My God. This is the gaming router which supports 320 megahertz. That could be the one that I need. I need to redo my I need to redo my ports though. I should compare it to the BE 19,000? That can't possibly be any good. What is it again? It is the BE 9300. But it does not do 5G apparently. Holy crap. I have done that before. I actually won the game where my opponent took on D5, amazingly enough. Isn't that interesting? Note that I don't have a knight on C6. This is a terrible opening choice for most players. In fact, I think that most have given up. Most have given up on the option of playing Can I play it that way? Yeah, let's do it that way. And no light squirt bishop, no less. Can you imagine? Let's throw this one in for good measure. We'll give this one a shot as well. All of Black's pieces have very natural alignments. Takes, bishop e4. Let's just do it. We will triple up on that appropriately enough. And where do you think you're going, sir? Oh, I see. That's where you think you're going. Can I just attack him? I don't know. I can definitely counterattack him. Knight takes, rook takes. This seems simple enough. Knight takes g3. So very tempting. Queen to a6, also very tempting. Everything's falling. Should I just move my king? Rook to c7? Oh no! Did I actually risk drawing this game? I don't think so. Unfortunate that I had to lose that pawn. How do we want to go after him here? Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Oh no, I just ran out of time? I forgot that I'm not playing a 5-minute game.
Pegasus SWE.
Oh well.
Move, John.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. I was enjoying that game. I indeed
Arsenal
was
fan
enjoying that game.
Said. MWWAHAHAHAHAHAHAHA. Arsenal fan Richie said, "Sorry, John, for sliming you there."
Ah, c'est la vie. Where are you going, sir? Do I have to worry? Do I have to worry about this? I slimed myself, actually. That was just such a pleasant position. I don't hear the Uh-oh. I could slime myself again. I have 26 seconds to figure out how to checkmate him, it seems. Yep. I did it to myself. I cannot do that to Robert FP. Although I could have, but I was just trying the wrong temperament. Completely the wrong temperament. Robert FP wins the tournament. Unless Arsenal fan Richie and Ron Hay divided up amongst them. Nicely done, Robert FP. Alexei Shirov, known for his fireworks. By the way, the city in the background is the ever so lovely future residence. Alexa, stop. My future retirement residence in Quebec. Alexa, what time zone is Quebec on?
Quebec is in Eastern Daylight Time.
Good. I don't have to change time zones either. It is 8:41 in Quebec. But I'm taking it to a new level. I tell my students that they have to be willing to lose the game, playing steadily and assuredly. And I played poorly at the end of that one, losing my piece back, but I was probably still winning in that position. Did I have a better move? Probably not. Here I had a better move. I could have played knight takes b5. I almost guarantee you that that's a better move, even though everything here is +7. A takes b5? Oh no, in this position. Knight takes b5 should be better. No, it really does like bishop takes. Oh, and I should just play bishop takes d7. Bishop takes d7, rook d1 check. That's simplest. But I thought I would checkmate him for some strange reason. I really did think that I was going to checkmate him for some strange reason. Right? Didn't I think that I was going to checkmate him for some strange reason? And then king to b3 now. It's just simply waiting and not trying to do anything too fancy like this. King to b3 again. Just got me into a spot of trouble as he had the move bishop takes f3. Bishop takes, but maybe not. Maybe this is all good for me. Bishop f3, rook f1. And just king to b3, right? I shouldn't even bother trying to guard that pawn because it opens a line toward his thing right there. Yeah, king to b3. If bishop takes f3, rook f1, and it's extremely hard for him to avoid absolute devastation. You must keep an eye on the d5 square. Bishop takes, rook takes. Or is b5 a better move? I feel like b5, b6 could be a better move. Yeah, I would have won this game. Congratulations, Robert FP, as Arsenal fan Richie and Ron Hay are still playing.
Arsenal fan Richie said, GG Ron.
+12, -42. Worse, -62. I'm -62. I need a match with Ron Hay. That's what I really need.
Said,
I need a
Arsenal
training
fan Richie,
match.
thanks Y2.
I need a training match. So yesterday's game, we have to ready ourselves for this next coming stream. Today's pairings. We're not onto the Blitz just yet, but Magnus Carlsen is playing black against Fabi. This could be quite something. Gukesh is leading the tournament with 5 straight wins in a row.
I was tempted to do the BXF7 nanograms 5 stuff, but I figured you were a bit too good to do that with Pegasus SWE.
Yeah, he has +62 against me. He would definitely, you'd definitely get his feathers up. He would definitely be rolling out the punches. You can't disrespect Ron. He's too good of a player. Way too good of a player. So should we attempt so Gukesh, let's look at his lineup for today. Round 7. Round 8, whoops, we need to see the boards. Gukesh is playing Sarich. Wow. That could be the upset. But I don't think so. I think Gukesh and Wesley so. So in round 9, if Gukesh hasn't won it by round 9, it could be tough. So really the game that decides the tournament is this morning with Anish Giri. He has white against Anish Giri in 22 minutes. That could be the deciding factor. Absolutely the deciding factor. Let's make sure we are subscribed to this so that we can always see this tournament, because round 6 was the ever so amazing. I'm just going to do a quick recap of what happened in this particular game. Now personally, of course, I believe in meeting c4 with c5, and I think that black is more than equal. Let's see here. In this position, it claims that e5 is the best move. Computer correctness prevails. Knight to d5 is a no-brainer here. I don't know what Magnus Carlsen was thinking when he thought he was going to go into one of the old 4 knights games. And c5 is an automatic and natural move here. I don't understand. You get to undouble the pawns. This is a brand new move according to
HTTPS Lichess All Broadcast Shack SM 2025 Sparium Status in round 7 Z7B1 York.
Arsenal fan Richie said.
Symmetrical English is so hard to play for black, though I feel that eventual c5 clamp on queen side can get very uncomfortable for me personally.
I believe it's all a matter of taste, though. That's why Gukesh answers. Oh yes, and then we have the Swedish event. The Swedish stream. Are they up, Ron?
Said.
This game just became very, very uncomfortable with rook to g1, in my opinion. Like any move other than rook to g1. This was just too much fancy stuff.
Pegasus SWE said.
He is playing in a different event. So it looks like there's a 10-minute delay. So this was the move, by the way. When this move was played, the evaluation bar altered just a little bit, and Garry Kasparov said this is absolutely the wrong plan. He had such a good position to throw it away like this.
Shack SM 2025 Sparium Status.
And then Magnus said that he didn't evaluate Gukesh's c6 very easily. And this was just absolutely outrageous in this position right here, where he didn't correct himself. Like king f2 absolutely must be played. I know it seems a little risky because there's rook on a to d8 and knight takes e3. But in this position, he gets to maintain his advantage. That's the cool part. He actually gets to escape and do everything that he thought he could do. But he played it a little too early. He just needs to improve his king. This is his worst placed piece. He plays this with the idea that he can counterattack the queen, not completely looking at the fact that he gave up a rook for 2 pieces. And in this particular moment, with this knight coming back, queen a2 looming large, e4 blast, and now all of a sudden there are threats of playing queen to h3, etc. And the only move is to stop rook a2. I'm sorry, queen a2, and that way you have to be able to find the outrageous defensive move king to g1 in this position. But I believe Magnus Carlsen was still playing to win this position. For whatever strange reason, he was playing to win this position and he completely overlooked queen h3. He saw queen a2 check, rook d2, but he didn't really evaluate queen h3. And Gukesh had so many ways of winning this,
Set.
including rook to
Insane,
a3
yes, but I
with
hit a
mate.
break in 14 years.
When I dance on 35 plus. Ron is a dancer. So in this particular position, the simplest win is rook to e8, with mates looming large. Queen takes, check,
Arsenal
check,
fan Richie.
and mate.
Set.
Pegasus SWE Nice.
Oh, it actually went this far? No, that's not the line. The line actually went queen f5 check, and then he played it so
Arsenal fan
solidly.
Richie. Set.
Oh,
Arsenal fan Richie. Set.
So solidly. So solidly. And queen to c4 check is coming. And in this position, everything is hanging. Any other queen move could be met by queen takes c6, basically. It doesn't really matter where we go, because of the pin at the end, which will appear in my book. And Magnus Carlsen went down in flames, playing to win with such devastating emotion, and the last move, of course, threatens exactly the same thing. There's just no way out of this. So even if rook c2, rook e5, thank you very much. Pinning the queen to the king, there's no taking the knight. All of black's pieces are well coordinated. It was such a good position. I don't know how good this streamer is. But Hannah is not streaming chess.
Arsenal fan
The
Richie.
coverage for
Set.
Super Blitz.
that SA shocker, he is usually so good in such positions with passes.
But he basically announced that he was going to beat. Now, he's going to beat Gukesh and treat him as one of the second-tier grandmasters, right? Let's give Asmoda some
Arsenal
love.
fan Richie. Set.
When?
The day before in the press conference, he says, you know, I'm just going to treat Gukesh as though he is one of the weaker players that I should be beating. He said that the day before as his closing remarks as he was leaving the tournament hall. You know, he just dismissed Gukesh completely, and he wanted revenge for his loss in the previous game where he was also winning, or had a much more clear advantage, I believe, in the previous game. And Gukesh outplayed him from a completely worse position, and he outplayed himself. It's quite incredible. Needless to say, hopefully everybody will join. Thank you, Arsenal fan Richie.
Arsenal
Let's just
fan
get a
Richie. Set.
Have a great day, guys.
cheers and ciao. Thank you for the raid 6 days ago. I haven't had a raid in 6 days. That's crazy. Namaste, everyone. Cheers and ciao. Ron.